BCM313, Task 3, Narrative Interview with Industry Professional by Charlie Galt. The individual I've chosen to interview for Task 3 is Liz Butler. I met Liz through a mutual friend who works with Liz at the real estate company One Agency. Liz has multiple roles while studying for her real estate license. That includes Head of Digital Marketing, Personal Assistant to Adam Wiley, Sales Support and Business Development. Career timeline. After high school, Liz went to business college where she studied marketing for a year. From there, she joined Nutrimetics as an executive manager for 15 years. After having her kids, she moved on to doTERRA, which she spent about 3 years. For the past 10 months, Liz has been working at One Agency, to which she has multiple roles. Career event stories, turning points, and connecting the dots for Liz. Liz mentioned that being her own boss for almost 2 decades was challenging, as she had to be constantly accountable for herself, being in charge of the workload and schedule. Liz's current role at One Agency is described as feeling much lighter and was a positive change for her career. Turning points for Liz and joining the dots for Liz was her work previously at Nutrimetics. Liz said this role provided her with essential people skills, communication, structure, and resilience. After having her children, she moved on from Nutrimetics, to which led her to her role in doTERRA, which was more of an online environment. Experiences with Nutrimetics and doTERRA online facilitated Liz's transition into her current role in the digital space in terms of marketing and sales. Liz said everything she has done in the past has led her to this point in her career. Narrative practice techniques. Remembering, Club of Life. Michael White's Remembering and Club of Life signifies that we place value on people based on their experiences and ideologies that factor how we perceive ourselves. Liz brings Michael White's Club of Life into practice when learning skills on the job, to which she values highly those in a senior position or those highly experienced in the work field to gain the best understanding. Absent but implicit. Michael White's term absent but implicit expresses his idea that personal values are unearthed when faced with challenges that call our attention for change. This is a narrative practice technique I picked up when listening to Liz. Whilst Liz enjoyed her time working for herself, she mentioned that being self-employed was not easy as it appeared. Liz said she needed to be resilient and felt more relaxed being employed at One Agency. Therefore, Liz uncovered that she values having the weight of being self-employed off her shoulders and values having someone else acting in a managerial role. Future of work. I believe the future of work will be constantly evolving and adapting to new work environments of online and in-person due to recent events of COVID-19 making it possible. In marketing, I believe importance of people skills and communication with clients will be essential and more valued, as Liz recounted a story highlighting their importance. Real estate isn't about selling houses, it's about building relationships with people, building trust with people, building connections with people. Finally, when reflecting back on Liz's timeline, having a career in marketing is possible even without a bachelor's degree. And with that, I do not think there'll be as much emphasis on a degree, and having experience will be so much more valuable. Reflecting on this interview, I have gained a deeper understanding of narrative practice through my conversation with Liz. By uncovering her club of life and absent but implicit implications that conveyed her priorities in the work environment and personally. This interview also opened my eyes and showed there are many ways to get into a career that does not require extensive study and values personal experience. Additionally, previous employment, no matter if it is in the same industry or not, provides valuable and essential experiences and skills that will facilitate the next career adventure. My conversation with Liz, I am more hopeful for the future and won't place as much pressure on myself in the future to attain a job that fits my degree, but a career that fulfills my personal values and morals.